and welcome back to Snod Antiques. Today we're looking at this little beauty here. Absolute stunner by Owen Evans of Llandogedd. Okay. Now, if anybody doesn't know where Llandogedd is, it's about 2 miles as a crow flies on the outskirts of the town itself. You can go to the left, which will take you up towards Main Way, or you can cut over on to the right hand side, which takes you around the looping roads and beautiful countryside up to Llandogedd itself. Now, the clockmaker Owen Evans allegedly is the father of Moses Evans, a well-known clockmaker. Quite a few of his clocks are around, and you know, he wasn't of the same quality as standard as the Owen family at Llanrwst, but very, very good clockmakers. I must admit, the engraving on the dial is very, very pretty as well. Okay. Now, clock itself is made of oak, as you can see, except for the backboard. Now, if you look inside, you can see all these little bits of information of when the clock was actually being restored and has been played with before. Okay. Even on the back of the door here, that says Edwards, August 18th, 1906. Oh, 1909, sorry. There you go. I'll have to put my glasses on. Now, the clock itself, it's not in bad condition. I mean, the good thing is there's not much woodworm around. The little bits and bobs, things like this need to be tidied up. New feet on the base, of course. Door seems pretty flat. That's quite unusual. Quite like that. It's not an inlay, it's just like a coloured painted piece of paper that I'm trying to get to look like an inlay, you know, like a starburst. Quite like that. I'll have a little look on that and see if there's anything that we want to do to it. It's a nice little feature there. Okay. Top section here has been absolutely battered. This is the hood. Take it off. There you go. Now, when you look at the hood, you can see on the inside where the joints are blown at one time. It's been moved over. Okay. Indicates two things when the joints are being moved over. Could have been an initial mistake when they first made it, or so if you look face down. Yeah, there you go. Second joint's been cut and the hood's been widened. Now the hood could be widened to actually take the works and dial in it, but we'll have to keep an eye on this one and have a little look and see what we can do, but we'll change all that and sort all that out and put it back to where it should be. Okay. Now the door, top section here used to have a architectural pediment in it, but as you can see, architectural pediment is broken, so we'll probably put a new one back in there. So it comes up to a point at the top here with a nice little moulding. We'll have a look at that, and we'll speak to the owners to see what height restrictions we have, if we have any height restrictions. That's really, really nice. Nice feature. I like that. Okay. This centre section here, the door's actually missing. There is a story that goes behind that. I remember talking to one of the guys when I picked the clock up, and he was saying that it used to belong to his father, and when his father passed away, apparently the clock fell forward and the hood was broken. And that would actually be more understandable why the door's missing and why the pillars are missing and things like that. And even why there's a break and these joints have been reset. But here we go again. Have a little look. Here's the works. Yeah, it's very, very pretty. Okay. That'll have to be replaced. There you go, the other side of the works. 4-pillar movement, which is standard movement really for Owen Evans of Llandogedd. It's quite standard movement as well, basically, for a Moses Evans, one of his son's clocks. Now, this one dates to roughly about... See, this is what it gets a bit weird. I mean, Owen Evans actually bought a little... he rented from the Gwydr Estates a little small holding at Llandogedd where he was producing these clocks. Now, there's listings of him being there up until about 1770, and then he disappears, and his wife takes over as the lead on the lease from Gwydr in about 1775. I think she's listed as being there. Now, there's little bits and bobs on this dial. I mean, that part that's there is beautifully done. Okay. Now, there was some kind of linkage, trying to do some kind of linkage in the book between this guy here and a guy who suddenly appeared in Anglesey round about the same time. There isn't. I mean, the works itself on this one is quite unique in its own right. You can see the work that he actually produces and his son produces is almost the same identical type of layout, which bears no resemblance to the Owen family at Llanrwst at all. So obviously they had nothing to do with the Owens. They weren't really, they weren't journeymen that was using his workshops, or they weren't trained by the Owen family. But we'll see what we can do with it, and any more information that we can pick up. But you look at things like this. Finger needs to be replaced. Different finger needs to be put back on it. And this is the original one, but that one there is actually missing. But we'll go through it from top to bottom. We'll have a little look, see what we can do with it. More light on this inside. Oh look, there you go. More writing. When we take that out, we'll have a proper look at the writing and jot down all its history and stuff like that and give it back to its owner. And in the meantime, if you want to carry on following this little beauty, please don't hesitate to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that type of gubbins. And then what we can do is we can show you this clock in its transition. Or you can just, any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask us, snowdoniantiques@gmail.com, or you can check us out on our website, which is snowdoniantiques.co.uk. Thank you very much. The bin men are just turning up. Happy days. Take care now. Bye-bye.